Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I am introducing you to a new little nifty tool called as Dump DIR. This tool looks very small and it seems to be doing very little, but the thing is, whatever it does, it packs a power punch. It copies a bunch of files into your clipboard to provide context for LLMs. Let me explain. The thing is that context window of models is large enough on a lot of LLMs these days. By context window, we mean that amount of data a model can handle at one time or simultaneously. And most of the models these days have quite a decent context window. And we can generally just dump the contents of several directories into an LLM to get help writing code and understanding what's going on. We already have covered a lot of tooling such as code to prompt or prompt to code, and there are various other where we simply provide a code or we provide a prompt or we provide a whole context around our own existing code repositories to the LLM so that it could write more code or it could fix our code or it could just provide us more optimizations. That is where this tool tries to help out. For example, if you have a smaller repos, less than 10,000 lines or 7,000 lines, you can just dump the whole thing into an LLM with the help of this dump dir. So the utility of this tool is if you are using AI or LLMs in order to fix your code, repair your code, or to write code, or maybe even if your use case is not related to coding, your use case is more geared towards providing lot of data to the LLM as context, then this tool might help you. So in this video we are going to install it locally and then we will use it on couple of coding files. Before I do that, let me give a huge shout out to Massed Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on a range of GPUs, so do check them out. I'm also going to give you the link to this tool in video's description. Okay, enough said. Now let's try to see how to get this thing installed. So this is my terminal where I'm running Ubuntu 22.04. You can run this script on Mac, on Windows, wherever. For the Linux one, I will show you the installation. If you are using Windows, then you would need to go to their GitHub repo and then here from the releases, just go to the releases and download the Windows XE and you should be able to run it very easily. Okay, so for the Linux one, let's run this command where I'm doing sudo and then I'm pasting this command. So what this command is doing, it is detecting your operating system and architecture. It is going to download the latest release of dump dir and then it is going to install it to your local bin directory, and that is why I'm using sudo for it. So let me run it and look at the icon. Really love it. So you see now it is telling us that this is the latest release, this is installing, it has been installed, and then you can simply use the dump dir. So I'm just going to clear the screen and then I have just created this small directory called as my code. And if I show you this content of this directory, I have just put in two files. One is simple JavaScript file which is doing console.log, and then second one is test.py which contains some Python code that reverses a list. So I'm just going to use dumpdir on this one. So let me show you how to use it first. So in order to use it, all you need to do is to run this command dump underscore dir, and then what this command is doing, it is just grabbing Python files from my code directory. If you wanted to grab also JavaScript files, you can simply do JS and then colon here. It is going to copy it to your clipboard and then you can provide it as a context to your LLM. If you want to provide all the files, you will simply remove even py from here and do any, it will grab all the files from here. So let me just get the py file for now and then let me press enter here. And there you go. So as soon as you run it, dump underscore dir, it just matches the file that it found test.py, and it says that it found one file and total lines also 10. And as I said, if you have small repo with like 10,000 lines of code, you can easily copy it to the clipboard. And it has also pasted the content to the clipboard. One problem you might face in Linux, and if that happens, if it gives you an error about clipboard, that clipboard utilities are not available, simply run this command sudo apt install xsell -y. It is going to install the clipboard utilities for you. If that happens for you, sometime it happens, sometime it's not. Anyway, so let's try to give now LLM the context which we have copied. So for the tool, I am using this LM Studio. I already have it installed. Let me make it slightly bigger here and fit it into the screen. So I already have Llama 3 8 billion installed on my LM Studio, and if you don't know what LM Studio is and how to install it, please search my channel. I have done heaps of videos on it. Now we already have copied it to the clipboard with the help of dump underscore dir, and for example we want to provide it as a context to this LLM. What we would say is that optimize, maybe I'll just go here, click and say optimize the code, and then simply either do control V, and then you see this is our whole code, and then I'll press enter. There you go. So we have provided it as a context, and LLM can handle it. Now just imagine that you have a huge repo, and if this tool is not there, how would you give it as a context to LLM? You might have to either call it through API, you might have to maybe copy paste very in a very cumbersome way. And how would you copy if there are hundreds of files? So copying thousands of lines from thousands of code files is hard. Now this is one file. For example, if I just want to go back here, and instead of doing py file, I want to say do it any, and press enter. So now we have two files and 11 lines across them. Let's go back to the LLM and say what languages these this code is using. I'm just giving it some random stuff. So there you go. Now you see it says, let me go up. This code is using two programming languages. First JavaScript, and it is telling me the code in the file is hello.js, use JavaScript, and then second one is Python. How good is that? So this is how you can use this dump underscore dir, and you can imagine that small little nifty utility but packs a lot of power. That's it guys, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.